Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Neil here, and it's come to that time of year where I always do, well, I usually do a top 5 pieces of gear for the year. Now, this year, 2024, has been a massive year for this channel. There's been tons of awesome gear on the channel that I've absolutely loved, and for that reason, I've made it a top 10, and to be honest, I could have made it a top 15 if I'd have really wanted, because it's just been a massive year for the channel. I've had a hell of a lot of gear on here, some new brands as well, like Bedi guitars, but also, I just think the quality of gear that I've received on my channel this year has been absolutely second to none, which has been way better than any other year. Now, one thing I want to say is that this kind of rating that I'm going to give the gear is just my opinion. It was really hard to do, and obviously it only involves gear that I've had on the channel. If I've not had it on the channel, no one sent it, then basically I can't give you my opinion on it. It wouldn't be right to do that. So it's only gear that's come on the channel. So any brands that have released gear that's awesome that has not appeared on the channel, let me know about it down there below in the comments, but I cannot give you an opinion on that because it just, like I said, it would be rigged. It wouldn't be fair, would it? If you want to buy anything, by the way, guys, any gear that I mention in this video, any gear at all, please check out my affiliate link down below in the description for Thomann. There's also an affiliate link for Andertons as well. Any Sonic Cake gear you want to buy at all, there's a Sonic Cake affiliate link down below. When you use code Neil, you get 10% off with that one as well. So all cool stuff down there below that really helps support the channel. So before we go through my top 10 pieces of gear in 2024 that I've had on the channel, I just want to say a huge thanks to you guys, because this morning, the day of filming, we have hit 10k subscribers on the channel. It's a massive milestone for me. It's not big for some YouTubers, obviously it's not massive for some people, but for me personally it's really big, because when I first started out, that was kind of the goal. If I've ever really had any goals, which I haven't, apart from to kind of make good videos for you guys that were interesting and kind of like a fly on the wall for me getting gear in and stuff. That's what it's all about, this channel. I wanted, when it was first created for this channel, to give you the feel and the vibe of kind of like going in a music store with a guy and checking stuff out for the first time, talking to him, listening to him play and getting his opinion on stuff. That's what I wanted the channel to be based around. That's what I wanted it to feel like. I wanted to get to 10k subs. That was my goal right back in the beginning, and I think we've hit 1,500 videos that I've done on the channel, so it's taken a while. You know, it's not easy, this YouTube game. People seem to think it is, seem to think we're making loads of money. We're not. It's really hard work. You don't get a day off. You know, I work 3 to 4 days a week in my normal job, and every other day and night is YouTube based, so you don't get much of a life. But I've enjoyed it, and I enjoy guitar, and my love for guitar is what's driven me to carry on. To celebrate this whole 10k subs thing, I am bringing out some baseball caps, which some of you will be pretty happy about, because some of you have been asking me over 5 years for baseball caps. I did 2 prototypes the other week. I put them up on my Facebook. They sold straight away. I've tweaked them slightly, so they're basically one off those 2. There's 3, 4, 5 orders already in. If you want to order a baseball cap from me, please email me at ninecoreneilpresets@gmail.com. The caps are £25. I can't do anything about that. They cost quite a lot of money to make. Postage will be on top of that. Please bear that in mind if you're outside of the UK. I can't control how much it will cost me to get that over to you, but I will give you a quote first before I just sting you with the bill. Okay? So yeah, 2 great things there, hitting 10k and also releasing some caps that actually, if I'm honest, are way better than the one I have. I'm going to have to keep one of the new ones for myself. Let's get on with the top 10 2024 pieces of gear, in my opinion, that I've had on the channel and played. I've had to write these down, guys, because there's a lot of them. First of all, at number 10, it is the BLACKSTAR Series 1 100-watt head. It's the Mark II version. It was released this year. It's been long awaited for. Lots of people were waiting for it. And when I played the amp, I absolutely love that amp. I'm not going to lie. It's a very acquired tone, though. You know, there's lots of mids, lots of growl. It's very raw. It's like your typical old school high gain amp. And I really love it. Throw a boost in front, it does metal, obviously, like the old school Peavies and everything. But yeah, absolutely love that amp. And it definitely, probably, I would say, shouldn't really be as low as 10 on here. But what you have to appreciate is that 2024, there's been some awesome gear on this channel. And, you know, there's probably, Christ knows how much gear that hasn't even made it into the top 10 that's awesome as well. Right, moving on. Number 9, I have the Schecter Avenger Standard. Okay, I had that guitar on the channel expecting nothing from it. I know that I fell in love with Avengers in 2024 and that body shape. I'll have to talk about that later on because there's another guitar that I want to talk about that I had on the channel. But I couldn't believe the quality of the guitar. They retail at $379, $375 over here in the UK. Unbelievable quality. Admittedly, mine was set up, you know, by Schecter over here in the UK, but to be honest, it was just, I really wanted to keep that guitar, and I was playing it just as much as any others that are worth 4 times as much as that guitar. It really is, or was for me, an awesome guitar. The whole standard series, I'm assuming, is the same. The frets were nicely rounded off. The neck played absolutely great with like lightning. Setup fantastic. Sounded pretty good too. An excellent guitar to mod as well if you want to mod it. The finish on it looked amazing. My young lad walked in from school when I just unboxed it and he was like, wow, that looks expensive. You know, and it was sat against guitars that are 1,200 to 1,500 quid. So yeah, pretty impressed with that guitar, and that's why it comes in at number 9. Again, that's another piece of gear that, sorry, I'm full of coal and wiping snot all over. And that's another piece of gear that should have come higher, and I would have liked to have put it higher, but I just couldn't get it any higher because the other gear has been so good. So moving on now, number 8, the Jackson Virtuoso. Again, American Series Jackson here, guys. Absolutely awesome. Super reliable. The tuning stability was amazing. It played like a dream. The finish was impeccable. I inspected it and could find absolutely 0 blemishes on it whatsoever. The smell of the paint was absolutely beautiful. Again, this product probably should be higher up the scale. I'm still wanting to get the Lambo Orange Soloist SL2 American Series on the channel. Still trying to get that one. They're out of stock over here in the UK. It's just a case of when they come into stock. But yeah, what a guitar that was. I didn't want to let it go back, to be honest, because the longer I had the guitar, the more I found myself playing it. So reliable and just like a good quality instrument, you know, stayed in tune regardless of not having the trem and the locking on there, which I'm used to on my Jacksons. But yeah, absolutely loved that guitar. Excuse me. Had to send it back, but regrettably, you know, regrettably. Right, moving on, guys. Here I've got number 7, the Jackson Jeff Loomis Kelly Pro Series. Now again, number 7, that's pretty low for that guitar. This is, in my opinion, the best feeling Jackson in my hands I've ever had on the channel. I said that in the unboxing, which is about a week ago, and I stick by that now. It's just down here. I'm going to change the tuning of this very, very soon. It's absolutely gorgeous, you know, that it just looks amazing. Watch the roof. It looks amazing. It plays amazing. The neck is just perfect. There's hang on a minute. Whoa, steady, baby. There's quite a big difference between the Jackson necks. For some reason, I don't know why. The Korean Jacksons and Charvels, for that matter, seem to have thinner, more wafer-like necks, which suit me a bit better. It's like the Jackson Speed neck, which is already a fast neck, but a slightly slimmer version. It's on the Loomis. It feels great, the satin finish and everything. Floyd 1500. It's just a great guitar. I can't wait to drop it down a bit lower and see how it sounds. So that one comes in, guys, at number 7. Number 6, my friends at Sonic Ache blew my mind with the Matribox 2 Pro. Now, the Matribox 2 was already awesome. It sounded great. It punches way above its price point. Those are super affordable, you know, like everything that's by Sonic Ache is super affordable. And it just sounds amazing, you know, it holds its own with Helix, it holds its own with Hotone Ampero. It really does sound fantastic. It's super easy to dial in, and it's just an amazing piece of kit, and you can take this one out there live. I feel like the Matribox 2 was a great unit, sounded awesome, but I also felt like you couldn't really take it live onto a stage to do serious gigs with. The Pro, you know, the Matribox 2 Pro, obviously you can. It has tons more features, way better built, better expression pedal and everything. It just feels amazing, it looks amazing, and wow. What the hell was that? I don't know if you heard that. Yeah, that's the beauty of using one of these mics. So yeah, the Matribox 2 Pro, absolutely awesome. That's coming at number 6 again. Because of the price point, should it be higher up the list really? Because this channel is often about making playing guitar fun, enjoyable, and making you guys that are on a budget sound awesome as well. Sometimes, you know, well, most of the time actually. In at number 5, guys, we have the PRS SE Custom 24 Floyd. Absolutely amazing guitar. Really love working with PRS guitars, and they've made me play a bit differently. I originate from, like, my main influences when I was younger to play guitar in the first place were not metal or rock really. They were like blues, like Clapton, Gary Moore, players like that. You know, that's who I was listening to on radio channels and things back then, before we had CDs, anything like that. I was listening to guitarists like that. That's who I was influenced by, you know, Jeff Beck, people like that. And I was into blues, and I wanted to play those cool, you know, nice sounding blues licks and everything. And I've been playing metal for a while now, and picking up these guitars really brought out a different style of playing for me and really took me back to my roots. I know that this guitar can be used for metal, and it definitely can. It's a really awesome sounding and feeling guitar, but it also, with the vintage vibe that this guitar has, it really brought out a different element to my playing. So it's been a real game changer, I guess, for me to be working with PRS guitars. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and the build quality of these guitars is amazing. I just want to put this out there. I've already mentioned it in other videos. So PRS have their own factory in Indonesia. There are the Cork factories, and then there is the PRS owned Cork factory. What I want to say is I play tons of guitars made in Indonesia, and none of them are as good as the 2 PRS guitars that I've had on the channel that were made in the PRS Cork factory. I'm just putting that out there. And also they come with a padded gig bag as well. So yeah, really great guitars. If you're interested in getting one, then just go do it, because they play absolutely amazing. Super comfortable, love the body shape. The tops look amazing. I can't say good enough things about these guitars at all. I'm hoping to get a US made PRS on the channel eventually, just to compare the differences and everything. But you're getting into dangerous territory then, aren't you? Because you're falling in love with super expensive guitars. I've played a PRS American-made guitar before with the piezo and all that business. It's got all the switches on and everything, and it was a semi-hollow. And somebody gave it me in a music shop to play through. I didn't know what price it was. The neck was like a baseball bat to me. But I thought, oh, it's not my type of guitar. I started playing to test some amps out, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this guitar just plays itself. It's amazing. The action was ridiculously low. It just played fantastic. It sounded fantastic. And then I started concentrating more on the guitar rather than the actual amps, which I'd gone in there originally to try out. And when the guy came and said, are you done? And I says, yeah. He put the price tag back in to hang it up, and it was £3,400 back then. So that was a pretty major guitar, and explained to me why it looked amazing, felt amazing, played amazing. And I don't think I've played a guitar since then that has played quite as awesome and quite as effortlessly, if I'm totally honest. Right, moving on, guys. The next one here that I have at number 4 is the Thomann Ampero II. Wow, I loved the Ampero stage. The Ampero II has the expression pedal on, a few less features. It's about the same price. It sounds fantastic. Dialing in tones is easy. I use the tones on the channel all the time. If you want to ever get a hold of my Ampero II catches or my presets, then please contact me at ninecoreneilpresets@gmail.com. I can sort you out from there. The catches are £20 and the preset pack is $10.99. So it's not too expensive. You get all the EVHs in the preset pack as well, which is pretty cool. The catch pack has my 3 EVH heads in all the gain channels on there, and I have to say that this is why it's coming at number 4. It's because the catch feature on there is really accurate. Okay, it seems to be more accurate with 100-watt heads than other heads, but it is super accurate. I could not believe how accurate the catch function was on the Ampero II. So massive high five for my friends there at Thomann. Moving on, number 3 is another PRS, guys. So I got sent this guitar. I'm going to go get it because I want to show you. It's just behind the camera there. So I got sent this guitar with the other PRS SE Custom 24. This is a PRS SE McCarty 594. Obviously it looks more classic. It's a beautiful looking guitar. The more I play this guitar, the longer it's been here, the more I love it. You know, it's one of those guitars. And what I'm doing is, which is really weird, is I'm finding myself picking this guitar up to jam on in the living room unplugged more than any other guitar ever. I seem to always want this in my hands, and sometimes when I'm sat, you know, watching TV, I think, oh, I'll just go get the McCarty and have a quick jam. And I'm just not really practicing, but just sat with it, you know. It's really comfortable, short scale length, sounds great, tuning stability, wow. I was worried when it was a 594, you know, the shorter scale length. I thought, is it going to stay in tune? It's solid as a rock. It's probably the most solid guitar in here without a locking nut on, tuning wise, you know, tuning stability wise. It's an impeccable build. Again, it's made in the core Indonesian factory that PRS own and built themselves. I forgot how large it is now. I need to do a video really about that, but PRS do have a video on their channel if you want to search it up. But yeah, look at it. I mean, it just looks absolutely fantastic. It sounds great, and I've just started recording a blues EP. I think there'll be about 2-3 tracks on there. I'm going to be releasing it later in the year. I've called it Thanks for the Fun, and it's basically a bit of a tribute towards a good friend of mine who I grew up with, and we kind of learned to play guitar together. He passed away not so long ago, you know, I think is it 3 weeks, something like that, 4 weeks now. And you know, I miss him dearly. He was an amazing friend, probably the best friend that I ever had. And one of the last things he said to me was, thanks for the fun. So yeah, I needed to do something just to dedicate something to him. So I'm going to record 2 or 3 songs. So the reason it was weird because his guitar turned up almost around that time when he passed, and I started playing. It just makes me play bluesy stuff, you know, which I like I say, it takes me back to my roots. And playing the bluesy stuff reminds me of when we used to sit and watch Crossroads, the film with Steve Vai and Karate Kid. And we watched that 1,000 times, and we used to race Steve Vai at the end on that super fast bit. We used to try and race him. God knows how badly we must have been playing that. But there were times when we actually beat him. You know, obviously he's not playing it as fast as he can, but there were times when we actually beat him. But thinking back, Christ knows how bad the playing must have been that we were doing, you know, to actually beat, because that's a pretty hard thing to play. It must have sounded atrocious, to be honest, but we did tape it, but obviously tapes are dead now. But yeah, so a great guitar. I'm recording 2 or 3 songs with this. Totally fallen in love with it. Don't know why. It's not like my regular guitar, but I think that's why I love it so much, because it's so different from any other guitars that I have on the channel. So yeah, this comes in at number 3. The guitar that comes in, I need to put this back. The guitar that comes in at number 2 was a guitar that I'd been wanting to have. Well, it was a style of guitar that I'd wanted to have on the channel for a while. It was a Schecter Synyster Custom S Relic. Now, the Relic came out this year. I don't like Relics usually, if I'm honest. I don't see the point of them. I like to keep my guitars looking pristine, and when they don't, or they get scratched or bumped, I'm gutted, if I'm totally honest. I'm that type of guitarist. So Relics don't really fit in my mindset, you know, they're not really something I'd look for or buy. I think the Relic is done really good. It's kind of done in a really modern way. It's hard to explain what it's like and what it feels like. The back is satin. Well, the whole guitar is satin, and it felt amazing, and it made me really fall for the Avenger shape and realise that the Avenger shape, as far as I'm concerned, is the most comfortable body shape that I've ever played. You know, I mean, it just fits right whether you're stood up, sat down. You know, it balances perfect. It feels great. You can lean against that big horn, upper horn that comes up. The ultra thin C neck on there by Schecter helps a lot, because it's a super fast, slim neck for my dinky hands. Yeah, it's a really, really great guitar. I absolutely loved it, and it made me want one for the channel. I've been in touch with Schecter since having that guitar on the channel. Told them I love it a real lot, and you know, asked for one, sending out whichever model I get. You know, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's a great guitar. I'm not a massive Avenged Sevenfold fan. I like 2 of their albums, and I'm not too interested in the others. But Sin Gates is an awesome guitarist, obviously, and when he designed that body shape and everything, which is really weird, and back in the day I used to think it was ugly, you know, but again, it was another scenario where I was trying amps out in PMT Leeds, this was, and a mate of mine come and gave me the Avenger, and I was like, what the hell is this thing? You know, and when I played it, it was super comfortable. And then going back, obviously, and working with Schecter guitars, it made sense to get one on the channel. Yeah, I was tempted to put this guitar at #1 because it had such a large impact on me. I miss this guitar daily. I think about it nearly every day and wonder nearly every day if they've got one in stock, you know, at Westside. Because that's who I deal with over here in the UK with Schecter guitars. I pester them a lot. Sorry if you're watching this for the pestering, but I just love that guitar, and I want one in my hands again, and I want to use it on the channel because I felt like I played on that guitar, like the PRS has made me feel like I play a different style. On that particular guitar, I felt like I played better, more accurate, a bit more articulate, and found roots that I wouldn't usually use, which kind of fits in with the whole St James because he's quite a weird player. Right, #1, guys, this is the moment you've been waiting for. You've probably only just seen this demo. If you haven't, go watch it. The BLACKSTAR St James 100 has come out in 2024. It's absolutely awesome. I was super worried about this amp, I'm not going to lie, and the reason I was super worried was because I love the St James 50. I didn't want it really messing with. Don't mess with something that's not broken. I'm a bit like that. I play it safe. BLACKSTAR do not play it safe. They mess with stuff, constantly tweaking, constantly evolving. They've got this head now. I mean, it was the lightest 50-watt tube amp head when it was released. Now the 100-watt is, again, probably the lightest 100-watt tube amp ever released due to the transformers. But not only that, but the features that are packed on there are unbelievable. You can record direct with this, and you can go into a desk. It's got like a custom IR thing in it called Cabrig, where you can move your mics, and you can basically sculpt your own IR or use the preset IRs that are in there. It really is an absolutely amazing piece of kit. I have to send this one back. Unfortunately, I really don't want to send it back. I tried to keep it, but there's not enough around, unfortunately. You know, marketing stock, whatever, for me to keep that amp. But I absolutely love the damn thing. It sounds fantastic. It plays fantastic. And to be honest, for what I do here as an influencer, a content creator, you couldn't have invented a more perfect amp. It does everything that I need it to do in here. You know, I can get the tones across from the amp to you guys without blowing the walls off, you know, using a big 412 or anything. It's amazing. It's just an amazing piece of kit. It sounds amazing. The features are unbelievable. There's too many to go on about. I mean, first of all, it's the first amp I've ever had or known of that has 6L6 tubes in and EL34, so it has 2 of each, and you can switch between it, so you can have it on 50 watts and use a 6L6, or you can have it on EL34 mode and again use it at 50 watts, or you can use both tubes together, full blast 100, you know, and then you'll get the best the best of both worlds at 100 watts, EL34 and 6L6. So yeah, it's unbelievable. It really is. If you get a chance to try one out, try one out. If you're a metal player, probably take a boost with you, even on the tight mode. It really brings it to life. The BLACKSTAR St James 50 watt is the same. It really works well with a boost. Right, guys, that's it. That is your top 10 for 2024 pieces of gear that have been on my channel. Thanks for watching this video. It really means a lot to me. Huge thanks, guys, as well, for getting me to 10k. I can't say how long I've been waiting for that. And I can't even remember the reason why. I think back in the day that when you got to 10k, it meant you could sell t-shirts via like a brand that was working with YouTube. You didn't have to pre-order them. You guys could just click on it if you wanted to buy one, and it would go straight through and cut out me as a middleman. I wouldn't have the hassle of posting it or getting your size or getting your money and all of that. And I think that's originally why I wanted to reach 10k, because it opened up some new doors. But I think now everything's moved on. You know, it's probably been 10 years anyway since I started the channel, so everything's moved on. But yeah, huge thanks. 10k means a lot. Like I said, that is my goal. It always was my goal. Any extras, and yeah, obviously I'm not going to turn them down. I'm super happy every time I look at how many subs I've got or gained every month. I think monthly now I'm gaining about 240 to 260 a month subs, which is massive. I can remember when they were only going up 90 and 80 per month. That was a good 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, things have changed for the channel, and I'm looking forward to what 2025 holds, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you all very, very soon. Oh, by the way, have a great Christmas, okay? I want you guys to have a great Christmas. For me, I'm going to have a drink for my mate Bedi at Christmas and celebrate the times that we had and the fun that we had playing guitar together, floating down the river on settees, and doing all that crazy stuff what we did when we were teenagers. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all soon.